Welcome back to the Michigan Business Beat, brought to you on the Michigan Business Network. Chris Holman here, and we are coming to you from the Grand Hotel, and that's because that's where the Detroit Regional Chamber of Commerce has their annual policy conference, and we're very fortunate to have with us, I would say, a good friend and also the CEO of the Edward Lowe Foundation, Dan Wyant. Dan, it's good to, when I sit here with you, I think I have known you through, I think, 3 or 4 different occupations.
Yeah.
You jump in and out to help government.
Yeah, you could say I can't keep a job, but Chris, you are a good friend. I appreciate being with you. Yeah, I've had you know, the, I like to tell people you can remake yourself. So, as you know, I was the agriculture director in Michigan for 10 years under one governor and then director of the DEQ and now small business. So, been very fortunate. And through the years, I've gotten to know you and get the opportunity to come here to Mackinac.
Well, and it's a great place to be. I mean, obviously, right?
Yeah.
So let's talk a little bit about the Edward Lowe Foundation because you guys should be way better known than you are.
Yeah, there is that. We're one of the best kept secrets. Edward Lowe invented kitty litter and tidy cat. He was an entrepreneur's entrepreneur.
Yeah.
He left a wonderful legacy. He left his estate to support entrepreneurs. And then we've carved out a niche in that space, second stage. And so we work with entrepreneurs, business owners, 10 to 99 employees, a million to 50 million in sales with the intention to grow. And with your help, 20 years now, we've had a Michigan Companies to Watch program where we've recognized 50 best and brightest companies in Michigan in that sector.
Well, and you guys did that single-handedly for a lot of years, and that was a huge task.
Yeah. Yeah, Michigan's got a great model though, and you were part of that. We put together a coalition of partners that really want to support second stage growth companies. And your network, MEDC, the Small Business Association of Michigan, the SBDC, and us. It's been a tremendous partnership.
Yeah, and SBA has been in there. I mean, they were there in the initial meeting. They're burdened with a few more regulations than the rest of us, right? All right. So what is the Edward Lowe Foundation afford? Because it's a great place for entrepreneurs.
Yeah, thanks for the opportunity to talk about it. We provide programs, not grants, and so we're proud of that. So there's 7 programs at the foundation: recognition, 50 companies, leadership retreats, peer-to-peer learning, roundtables. We do a mentorship program. We have strategic information. So you throw all that together, we try to touch entrepreneurs over their journey up the mountain, we call it, and we want to see them at the summit someday. And so we've gotten pretty good of touching these entrepreneurs and providing services that they need.
Well, and I got to say, the space you picked, which is second tier, that's the fastest growth stage.
Yeah, this is a story that we need to talk about. We need to differentiate entrepreneurship, and it's all good. Startups are important, but a lot of people think of entrepreneurship as startup work. 10 to 99, a million to 50 million in sales is 17% of companies in Michigan, but 41% of jobs.
Yeah.
That's job creation. And we intuitively know this. We know that's innovation. We know that's where jobs are coming from. But more recently, we've been able to measure that and tell that story better. And it's pretty powerful to try to tailor then programs to that niche.
Yeah. So listen, let me ask a personal question. How's your mother?
Oh, she's great.
Is she?
Edward Lowe passed away in 1995. Darlene Lowe, my mother. Ed was my stepfather. 88 years old.
Unbelievable.
On the board and still a passion, still passionate about this mission. And I'm just impressed that they've left this legacy. And not only, as you've been there, is not only the programs in the sector, but we have a beautiful piece of property in Southwest Michigan.
No, and that was where I was going next, because this isn't just about the tutoring, the help that you give down. This is about the physical setting.
Well, it's a unique piece of property, 2,000 acres, forest land, wetlands, farmland, native prairies. You put that kind of habitat together, you get a lot of critters.
Yeah.
We do a lot of conservation work. That's a fun sideline. I have a little bit of interest in that from my former life. And so it's fun to work with all the nature groups and the conservancy groups in Michigan to sort of highlight best practices on land management.
Yeah. It's a marvelous place to go. And here's one of the noteworthy things. May have one of the best chefs anywhere.
Yeah, well, that, we can always get people to come back when you feed them well.
That's the truth. But even when you have turnover in that, you go to Chicago or someplace and you get a great chef.
Yeah, we like to call it the wow factor.
Yeah.
We say come to the woods in Southwest Michigan. People kind of scratch their head, but
Yeah.
it's not only a neat piece of property, but my mother, Darlene Lowe, was an interior designer, so there's an aesthetic there. It's a pretty neat place.
And a lot of old buildings, outbuildings that have been rehabbed and are really cool places.
Yeah. 51 structures, 13 renovated farmhouses. And so we really require you at some point to come to the foundation, and we put you in a house and give you space to get away from the business to work on the business.
Yeah. Well, we've done some retreats up there and we've helped entrepreneurs in that facility, and it is absolutely marvelous. And you go online, by the way. You have line.
Yeah,
Right?
everlowfoundation.org.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And find out about it because it's an incredible experience.
Yeah.
It really is. Dan, I love what you've done for the state of Michigan over the years, and I'm glad that we've had this friendship.
Chris, I appreciate your leadership, and thank you for all you do. Thanks.
Good to have you here. Dan Wyant, head of the Edward Lowe Foundation. And we are coming to you from the Grand Hotel, where the Detroit Regional Chamber of Commerce is having their annual policy conference. I'm Chris Holman, and we will be back with the Michigan Business Beat on the Michigan Business Network in just a moment.